Hi, I'm Ray.
And I'm Saren.
We're your Spider Baby hosts from To Know Her Is to Fear Her, a Spider-Woman podcast, as well as proud members of the collective.
You're listening to Capes and Lunatics Sidekicks. Enjoy the show!
Hi, this is Phil, and I'm here to tell you all about the Capes and Lunatics Patreon. Don't miss out on our comic book creator interviews, including our monthly Chichester chats with comic book legend D.G. Chichester, superhero movie brackets in our search for the worst comic book movie of all time, and many, many more specials, all completely uncensored. Access starts for $3 a month, full video when you pledge $5 a month. Check out the link in our show notes or go to patreon.com/capesandlunatics. Hope to see you there.
This is Luke of Perich, and you're listening to the Capes and Lunatics Sidekicks podcast.
Batman, my favorite character.
One of the best openings of all time.
That's right. It's essential.
Oh, definitely. All right, kids. Yes, that's right. By that voice, you know it's time for another We Are the Night, the Batman podcast. That's right, kids. I am Phil. Joining me, it's Sub-tember, so joining me once again, Lilith, mini Lilith himself. It is.
Well, there's nothing about me that's mini, but you know.
Whoa! That's right. It's just
to quote my friend Russell, got to rub that one in.
That's right. It's just in the owl. That's good.
Hello, everyone.
Justin and Russell and see, kids, join the Patreon Elite. Maybe you'll be on
right.
a show.
Yes, we can talk about some of the Batman classics,
or hear Charlie Esser's Deep Dark Secrets. Anyway,
or both, if you're lucky.
All right, so yes, the Alan Grant Norm Breyfogle tribute continues. This time we're covering, Detective Comics 587 through 589, the first appearance of the Corrosive Man.
Yes, one of my favorite villains.
And
from his look.
Oh, yeah. And we talked about him last time, I think, but Kadaver.
A very short-lived villain. He didn't appear a whole lot, but very memorable, I would have to say, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just a fancy man. All right. But yeah, Detective 587, June 1988, Night People. This one written still by Alan Grant and John Wagner, so.
Yeah, he was on there for, what did we say, like 6 or 8 months?
Something like that. Yeah, it's coming to an end soon here, yeah. Penciler and inker Norm Breyfogle.
Yeah, before this, he, who was it that was doing the inks for him? Steve Mitchell or somebody?
Somebody, yeah.
Yeah, so he's doing his own inks this time. It looks great.
Oh, yeah. Colorist Adrian Roy, letterer Todd Klein, and editors Dennis O'Neill and Dan Raspler.
And look at that cover, too.
I know.
That's exceptional.
That's like poster worthy, yes.
Yeah. Actually, I think that's the cover that they chose a few years ago when they did, it was a Norm Breyfogle like collection of, I think, his early stuff, some of the stories that we've covered. So I think that they chose that for the cover of this. I love it.
Yeah, it is good, just like Batman standing in shadows in the alley in the pouring rain. On a cold, rainy night, here we go. Murderer Derek Deke Mitchell escapes from prison and seeks revenge against an old business partner named Kadaver, with a K.
It's got to be spelled right.
Moments later, a brutal murder occurs in Cardboard City, one of Gotham's many homeless communities. And these guys show up a few times in the Alan Grant stuff, you know.
Several times.
Stay tuned for next week.
The first appearance of Legs.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, or one of his first appearances. It was really quick after this. Yeah,
can't remember. It might have been the first, but yeah, but
good old Legs.
Batman, unaware of either of these events, spends the night foiling a cocaine a cocaine smuggling ring at the Gotham docks, though he fails to capture the ringleader, Harlan Wolf.
Oops.
Don't worry. By the end of the story, it'll come around.
Oh, yeah.
Mitchell is eventually spotted by the police and chased into a chemical dump site adjacent to the docks. Unwilling to surrender, he hides among the barrels of toxic waste, but a freak bolt of lightning strikes the dump site and ignites a massive explosion. The police, the news media, and Batman all believe Mitchell to have died in the explosion, but moments later, an inhuman figure rises from the chemical fires, bellowing in pain. So...
Yes. Dramatic cliffhanger for the ending.
And again, we always talk about there's no OSHA in the DC universe, but it's like lightning in the DC universe. I mean, here, Barry Allen, Wally West. I mean, something should be done.
Yeah, somebody's behind that. I think there should be a conspiracy theory just about lightning in the DC universe.
Mm-hmm. Oh, definitely. You know, just at the exact moment there's someone standing in the midst of those chemicals. Of course, that lightning's going to hit. Pick that moment to strike.
Yeah.
$1,000,000 to 1 shot.
I have to laugh too at the amount of cocaine that dude threw at Batman.
I know.
Like, here, catch, take it, hot shot.
I know. How many pounds was that?
Just hurls it at him. That's so funny.
John Wagner is credited with co-scripting the story, but he was allegedly not involved with this issue, according to Alan Grant.
Oh, no kidding, really?
So, yeah.
Okay.
Maybe it was just a mistake, or I don't know.
Well, maybe. Maybe they worked on the plot together and Alan did the script.
And, yeah, where's our friend Noel? This issue has several references to musicians and rock artists, such as the Rolling Stones, Laura Branigan, the New York Dolls, Sid Vicious, David Johansen, and a few others.
Yes, and I love that Laura Branigan song that they quoted in this Self-Control. That's one of my favorites. But yeah, I love how the DJ was playing music through this whole, really through all three of these issues. He's playing music in the background. I love how they have that little kind of undercurrent, that theme running through this whole story. It's so good.
And he has no audience, but he's still wearing sunglasses inside.
Right.
Inside at night, yes.
Yeah. Well, I think it's to hide his bloodshot eyes.
Probably, yeah.
On.
Yeah.
He's probably got pinhole eyes behind those sunglasses.
And if you listen to Trapped in the World, all of these musical references, well, a lot of them might have gone right over Russell's head. So
gotta rub that one in.
I bet he knows New York Dolls and all those. Definitely.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah. Russell has good music taste.
Just seems like it seems like anytime they come on, Noel's just like, okay, let me see if I can stump you, dummy.
He likes to throw him those curveballs.
And I love his editing on Gamma Charge, where it'll just be like, Russell will be saying something, then you'll just hear Noel pop in and be like, yeah, this conversation went on for like 6 more minutes, but you don't need to hear it.
Every so often he'll interject his little editor's note, and I love it because I imagine that if it was a comic book, it would be like a little box with an asterisk in the corner.
I just always imagined him sitting there editing, and he's like, oh, I have to say something here.
Yeah. Exactly.
But yeah, this one, a lot is good, but it's a lot of setup because, yeah.
Yeah, it is a lot of setup, and there's a lot of, if you notice too, there's a lot of big, kind of almost full page spread images in here. Like they were taking up a lot of the space with big dramatic images, although they were great. I mean, there was that one towards the end where Batman's on the boat, and he appears at the drug smugglers just as this big, again, a strategically timed crack of lightning just as he appears over the threshold of the boat. Oh,
is that like that one panel? Yeah, it almost looks like he's floating down to the boat. Yeah,
it looks like he's like levitating over. It's so good.
Oh, yeah.
I love that. But there's a lot of images like that in here. There's another one of him on top of, a few pages beforehand, of him on top of a building listening to the thunder. But, yeah, I think that they were trying to pad this issue out a little bit. But it's okay. When you've got an artist like Norm Breyfogle, pad away. Mm-hmm. Right?
Yeah. And I wonder if they were like told to get to do 3, so it's like, yeah, you got some room. You can do some splashes and stuff.
Yeah.
So.
That's kind of what it seems like to me. But again, I'm definitely not going to complain.
No, definitely not.
Yeah.
All right. You want to do the next one?
Yeah.
All right. So, hold on. One backwards, on forwards. All right. Gives me trouble, but what I expect for a free website. All right. Detective Comics 588, July 1988. Night People Part 2, The Corrosive Man. Looks like the same team here.
Yep.
Deke Mitchell rises from the chemical fire alive, but now mutated into a hideous creature whose skin is perpetually coated with a layer of powerful acid. Angry and confused, Mitchell horribly wounds several of the firefighters and policemen on the scene, attracting Batman's attention. Mitchell eventually overpowers Batman as well, then flees the scene in a stolen truck until still looking for revenge on Kadaver. Kadaver is in fact Mortimer Kadaver, a melodramatic but ruthless
You don't say.
I know, but ruthless crime boss whose flunky, Webley, had committed the Cardboard City murder. Kadaver is furious, however, when he learns that Webley had killed the wrong vagrant. The true target was to be Dalton, California, Walls, whose death had been contracted for a fortune. A reluctant Webley is sent back to Cardboard City, where he successfully murders Walls. Unfortunately, Batman, passing by the area in pursuit of Mitchell, catches him right in the act.
Good timing, Batman.
I know. Well, it's like there's so much going on, man. He's chasing Corrosive Man. There's murders going on to the homeless.
He's working overtime tonight.
But it's so funny when like Corrosive Man steals that truck, and then he only gets so far until he melts through the truck.
Yeah. I have to wonder too. How did he even turn the keys for the ignition to even turn it on in the first place? Wouldn't he have melted the keys before they even... Yeah.
You would think, but I mean, unless it's taken a couple seconds, I don't know. But
yeah, that was funny. I love that.
I love how he melts through a truck.
I guess I gotta go on foot.
I love how he melts through a truck, but he only puts like 2 holes in Batman's boot when he kicks him.
Yeah. And he horribly burns one cop and like just slightly burns another one.
Well, yeah, this is just like hit one in the face or something. So it's,
Yeah.
yeah.
But the other one, he like grabs his face and it's like melting it off. It's pretty.
But yeah, no, Batman shows up there. The firefighter's like, oh, hey, he killed it. He hurt them cops. Batman grabs the fire hose and doesn't put him out, but. Yeah.
So enough to at least pin him up against that wall and put.
So he melts through it. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I love the Corrosive Man because I also love, Clayface 3, Preston Payne.
Yes,
the acidic touch. He's a big favorite of mine. I like villains for some reason with deadly like touch powers, like they could kill people or melt people with their touch. For some reason, I thought it was cool, a cool power to have. So I love the Corrosive Man for that same reason. Just a guy with his whole body being acidic. I thought was a really cool concept.
But yes, they both show up again in Nightfall.
They do, yes. And I think when Corrosive Man next appears in that Nightfall story, there was also another guy that was one of the New Blood characters.
Yes. Yeah. Because Azrael can't beat him, and he's like, but this guy has he can take powers. He's like, take his powers, talking him out.
He's like Rogue. He can steal people's powers. So he
yeah, because
I forget what that guy's name was. Joe Public or something.
I think, yeah.
Was it Joe Public?
I think so, yeah. Because he takes. He's like, it hurts. Take the powers. And Azrael's like, shut up and do it.
And then he just punches. I think the Corrosive Man. He just knocks him out.
Mm-hmm.
Loses power.
Yeah,
that was a good one.
Oh yeah, and it forced Azrael to upgrade that bat armor since Corrosive Man burned through like half of it.
And then he became Iron Man. I still wonder how he moved under all that armor.
I know.
A ton of armor that he added onto that thing.
Because he's programmed. He got. I guess it gave him super strength. I don't know.
I also love the colors in this issue a lot too. There was this a couple of panels where Batman and the Corrosive Man are having their first fight, and the panel where he melts through the chains and rip those off.
Oh,
the backgrounds are great. Even instead of just using stark white or black, he picks these really bright purples to contrast against the green.
Mm-hmm.
It's cool. I really like it. It's subtle, but it works really well, I think.
And even this cover too, with like the Corrosive Man's hands coming through that fence and like choking Batman from behind,
Yeah, that's a great cover too. Love that.
So that chicken.
Love when she puts that enthusiasm into them.
Yeah, me too.
Try to donkey punch me now, bitch.
Spread them out.
Spread it out.
That's the best.
I almost canceled all the guest hosts because she was like, you have enough drops. You could just like, pretend I'm still here. I'm
definitely.
like, I know.
Totally. You could do that for a couple of episodes anyway.
Oh, yeah. I almost got 2 full pages of drops. Yeah.
You should do that sometime and see if anybody notices.
That's what I said. That's what we keep saying. I should do an episode. Half she's here and half I just do drops and see if anyone can tell the difference.
Do like an April Fool's joke or something.
Could do it because Ray doesn't listen to the Batman.
He's not gonna hear this.
I don't know.
Sometimes he says he lurks,
He
but
says that he tunes in every so often.
Yeah.
So
he's a
I
lurker.
don't know. Yeah, he's a lurker.
All right. So anything else on this issue?
This one had another great last page.
Oh, yeah.
Batman is descending upon the murder. He's
Swooping
like,
down.
"You!"
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, I love that. So good.
God, it
Yeah,
just
so these 3 issues have some amazing art in them.
It just Kadaver running around like painting like fake wounds on himself and
Yeah, what did you think of the part where he like pretend stabbed himself through the neck?
I know, and it's like, find that guy, kill the right guy. Ah.
This dude's just standing there watching him do all this crazy crap. It's like,
And it's so
this guy needs to pick his friends better.
I know, why would you work for this? But I always say, why do people work for the Joker? I mean, he has a bad day, man. He's murdering y'all.
Exactly. Yeah, his flunkies don't have life insurance policies for a reason.
Exactly. But I love Mortimer, or Kadaver seems to love death, but he won't be the one to go out and kill this guy.
Right. Yeah, and he's obsessed with his own death, except when it's for real. And then he's mortally terrified.
He's like all those goth kids we went to high school with, huh?
Exactly. Yeah.
Life has no meaning. Oh no, I want to live. All right. Anything else, or should we get to this last one?
Yeah. Let's get to the burning conclusion.
Oh, nice. All right, Detective Comics 5. Oh, another great cover, just with Corrosive Man holding Batman over his head.
Yeah, getting ready to hurl him into the pit.
Detective Comics 589, August 1988. Night People Part 3, The Burning Pit. Same team. Upon discovering California's murder, the rest of Cardboard City's inhabitants form an angry mob and threaten to kill Webley in revenge. Batman reluctantly protects Webley in exchange for Kadaver's current location, wagering that the Corrosive Man will be headed there. True to his predictions, the Corrosive Man invades and ransacks Webley's apartment and finds the same address. Meanwhile, Kadaver calls a meeting with Phil Hobart, the man who had contracted California's death. After trapping Hobart over a pit of quicklime, Kadaver reveals that he had researched California's background and discovered the vagrant was actually a fast food tycoon who had abandoned his wealth in search of enlightenment. Hobart, the tycoon's closest living relative, stands to reap millions in inheritance from his death, and Kadaver, who had only been paid $25,000 for the murder, demands an equal share. Faced with a slow, painful death, Hobart agrees to Kadaver's terms, but Kadaver's hideout is quickly invaded by both Batman and the Corrosive Man. The latter inflicts several brutal burns on Kadaver, but is stopped by Batman before he can land a killing blow. Batman then knocks the Corrosive Man into Kadaver's quicklime pit, creating a chemical reaction that completely neutralizes Mitchell's acidic body. With all 3 criminals helpless, Batman calls the police and leaves for home. On the way back to Wayne Manor, Batman spots one final twist of fate. The cocaine smuggler, Thomas Wolfe, is dead, struck by a car driven by the cocaine-addicted DJ. Karma.
It all comes full circle.
Crawled out of that river and got killed by one of his victims. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, we discover in this issue that the DJ has a bit of a habit. He's got this girl bringing him a line of cocaine, like a tray.
Yes.
With lines of cocaine on it. Yeah.
Doing it all night, I guess. Jeez.
Yeah. Yikes.
But no, they didn't even, the synopsis didn't even mention. It's like, yeah, when Corrosive Man comes in, Kadaver's like hanging on to his victim, like he's almost falling into that pit himself. This is what he's like, no.
He's like, oh, this has gotten very worse all of a sudden.
And you're going to give up your vast fortune to find enlightenment? Ugh.
Yeah, your fast food fortune, no less. That's interesting. Yeah, you don't hear that very much. And apparently, did he find enlightenment? I mean, he's a homeless guy living on the streets of Gotham. Like, yeah.
Seriously, doesn't sound like a good retirement plan.
No, that sounds pretty bad. I had to laugh, too, at the panel where the Corrosive Man's walking down the street, and there's that dude. It looks like he's smoking a joint. He's like, oh, man, that is the last one. He throws
Yes!
He throws it into the fire.
I know. I was reading this issue. I'm like, man, is this our big don't do drugs PSA, this issue?
Yeah. Well, I think that's about right? 1988, 89.
Yeah.
That was the big just say no stuff, wasn't it?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah. And I laughed, too, at the part where Corrosive Man was burning through all the different floors of that house.
Oh, yeah.
Going through this couple's bedroom.
Oops, stood in one place too long.
Oops. These horrified people in their bed watching this horrific monstrosity shamble his way through their apartment. It's great.
It's like it's a cool character, but it's like that now you have to, like, as the writer, remember every time. It's like, oh, he's going to burn through this. He's going to burn through this. He's going to burn through this.
He's a great villain, but admittedly, you can't use him a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Like, for the same reason they didn't use that Clayface 3 a lot. Like, it's just, when somebody has that type of power, you can't.
Well, pre-Crisis, and then I think years and years after this, they had Dr. Phosphorus, and they eventually brought him back. But I think that was more like radiation than actual, like, acid.
Yeah. I think you're right. It was radiation or something similar to it, yeah. But yeah, Dr. Phosphorus, I almost forgot about it. Yeah, he got brought back in Sandman.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that was good.
But yeah, I think in that Nightfall story, they had Corrosive Man when they locked them up. They just kept him in a room where they like I don't think it was the quicklime. They were spraying something where he like he wasn't completely couldn't just burn his way out of that cell.
Yeah, I think it was something even that Star Labs might have developed to keep him docile or something like that. But maybe the power went out in that facility or something. I can't remember what happened, but the thing stopped working, and then his power came back, and he melted his way out. The thing was, Kadaver was dead at that point, so he didn't really have any revenge to dish out, I think, if I remember right.
Was he dead? I'm trying to remember, because it made it look like he died in a detective issue with the Penguin, but then I think they brought him back when they were on Shadow of the Bat, I think. I can't remember if he died at that point or not.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I remember the Penguin story.
Yeah, he does shoot him, and it seems like he's dead, but yeah, I don't know if they just decided to have fun with him one more time, because I think there was one more story when they did Shadow of the Bat, yeah.
Okay. I don't remember that one. I'll have to go back and read that.
I think he was trying to unleash fleas or something. Yeah. Well, they were infected with some deadly, I forget if it was the Black Plague or something, but yeah.
I love it. That has to be another Alan Grant story.
Oh, yeah, I don't think anyone wrote Kadaver but Alan Grant, yeah.
Yeah, that's fantastic.
Here, let me look this. Where's the character at? I was going to say, sometimes they have a list of appearances, but yeah, that was after Nightfall, so it was sometime in the 90s. Here we go, Mortimer Kadaver.
I love that name too, Mortimer Kadaver. It's fantastic.
I know, it's like that's his real name. Yes.
Well, it is Gotham.
Yes. 588 is his first appearance. This is his first appearance.
Mm-hmm.
Let me see. Where's the? Come on, footnote. I'm hitting it. Oh yeah, that's right. Batman Shadow of the. Wait, no. saying, oh, was he in that Shadow of the Bat with Azrael? Because I thought
I don't think so.
Oh, because I thought it was saying that Kadaver's in there too, but I don't know.
Unless I remembered that wrong. I thought it was just Azrael, the Corrosive Man, and that
Yeah,
guy,
yeah.
his name was. Yeah.
But yeah, he did show up in a later Shadow of the Bat, and like this thing is reminding me. I think he might actually have like at that point in his last story have like a terminal like brain tumor or something. So.
Oh really?
Yeah, so he really has nothing to lose.
Oh, that's great.
Mm.
Oh, I'm looking at it now. It looks like Shadow of the Bat number 12, The Human Flea.
Oh, okay. Maybe it was before Nightfall. Okay, for some reason I'm thinking it was later on, but yeah, that might be it. Yeah.
Well, it was May of '93, so it was right around.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, cool. Well, I'll have to read that. That's great.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember. That might be his last appearance.
Did they explain how he survived getting shot by the penguin?
I'm trying to remember, but yeah, they. I mean, well, I don't know if we ever saw where the bullet actually hit him, because remember the penguin just fires and he like crumples. So.
That's true. Yeah.
No Kadaver got hit in the shoulder and just played dead.
Yeah.
Killed him in the men's room.
Classically trained actor.
Oh my god, that penguin story is the greatest. Lilith and I covered that early on. Oh my god, what he helped Penguin escape from prison by putting him in like a death-like trance.
Yeah, and he whispered something in his ear.
Yeah, he knew the code. Yeah, because they were gonna kill Kadaver as soon as Penguin got out, and he whispered the phrase, and Penguin drops over. And he tells the goons, he's like, do what I say, fly here, or yeah, your boss is as good as dead anyway. So yeah, Penguin tried to shoot him.
I love that too, because that's I think one of the last times that you see like the classic Penguin, with the umbrella and his old outfit and everything, before he like became the mob boss with the white suit and like sat at the table and for 20 years. Like, this is the last time, one of the last times I think that we see Penguin just being old classic Penguin with the blue outfit and all that stuff.
Yeah, there might have only been one or two other appearances, but by time, definitely by 92, 93, I think he's pretty much that crime boss.
Yeah, I love that story. That's a great two-part story. It's a good one. And then there was the Penguin Affair too. That was a good one.
3-parter crossed over between Batman and Detective. Yeah,
that's right. Yeah,
just controlling the birds.
I love that. I was jealous. I wanted one so that I could control a whole flock of owls and have them do my bidding.
Oh, nice.
It'd be amazing.
Well, that escalated quickly.
Kind of sort of did.
What did you think of this issue, Phil?
Oh, I love this. I love all this Alan Grant, Norm Breyfogle stuff. I mean... And again, Kadaver, just such an over the top, dramatic villain, and the Corrosive Man. Good villain, but
how do you feel about like Batman villains having powers like that?
I mean, I like it because he has to try a little harder, but yeah. But I mean, if you go, I don't know. Sometimes with Corrosive Man, I'm like, man, you really gotta. I mean, is it outthinking him, or is it just like, the writer has to put in some kind of MacGuffin so he could take him down, like that quicklime pit?
Right. Yeah, or the Star Labs chemical that they use to keep him contained, or whatever. Yeah. Or the Joe Public thing. That was kind of a MacGuffin too, having him absorb his power like that. But
I mean, again, if it wasn't for Kadaver being such a fancy man, it'd be like, because 99% of the time, Batman's not going to crash in on someone with a quicklime pit.
Right. And I love how he just has that in his basement. That's so Gotham City, to have a quicklime pit in your basement of your house.
Used to be a joke.
Nothing unusual about that.
Used to be a Joker hideout. That was pure acid. I'm not such a brute. I just use quicklime.
It's for getting rid of unruly guests.
No, didn't he say like he hung over it and just like breathed those vapors sometimes?
Oh yes, yeah. He liked to inhale them, imagine the burning of his flesh.
Huffing, yeah,
Yeah, he was huffing the fumes.
So you get another person getting high on something in this issue that they shouldn't have been.
Just say no, kids. Just say no to quicklime.
Everyone loves cocaine.
It's a hell of a drug.
Can't say I've ever tried it, but I don't be running over anyone.
Yeah, I avoided it because I knew that I would like it too much. That would be something that I use. Best not to tempt fate there.
That's better than people who are like, oh, I can do it once, so no, it won't affect me.
No. I don't. That's right.
Listen to us now. Don't do drugs, kid. Do not do drugs, kids.
That's right. Well, no, I'm a cannabis enthusiast.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's legal in many places now.
Oh yeah, definitely. But
including the home of Lilith Hellfire. Yes.
Well, yeah. We share a lot of things in common. Cannabis and comics and other things that starts with C. But cock-a-doodle-doo. Love you, Lilith.
Oh wait, where's an old one? Okay.
Dong is a medical term. Fighting nerds.
It is. It's a pill. You can take it.
Be gentle with the package. I hold them in my hand.
Oh wait, no, hold on.
Eyeballs and penises. I hold them in my hand.
Eyeballs and penises.
That's a good combo.
The hard was implied. That taste is still in my mouth.
I'm sorry if you're listening back to this, Lil. Not really.
It's wienering time.
Can't help it. Half your drops have to do with penis, Lil. I'm sorry.
Well, it's good material. What can you say?
Tapping my way downtown.
I love that one too.
I know. That's one of your favorites.
It's so good. Yeah.
Power of the penis. That's a mouthful. That's a handful. Don't pull it out unless you're going to use it. That's true for guns and penises.
That is the truth.
Well, that sure was close. I didn't get manhandled. It's all rape and murder, I'll tell you that.
Gotham City.
Yes, in a nutshell. Gotham City. Why does anybody live there? I've always wondered that.
Well, that's what lately Lil said. The rent must be super cheap there.
Yeah, it's got to be like $50 a month or something. Yeah,
rent controlled. Yeah,
totally. Because otherwise, why would you subject yourself to that regularly?
I mean, the Joker could just break down your door at any night,
or any
of them. Yeah,
50 other guys besides the Joker,
or just some brand new serial killer might just get this.
Yeah, Zaz or Killer Moth could stomp his way in there, and
Killer Moth, Killer Crocs, just eat you.
Did you notice too? There was a little image of Killer Moth in this issue, or one of them.
Oh, was it?
When it was a whole internal monologue that Batman was having, and there was a bunch of his villains' faces.
Oh yeah, sometimes they do that. Yes.
Yeah, this Joker and Roz and Penguin and Riddler. But in amongst all those, there was Killer Moth, and I was so happy. I was like, oh, finally, he's getting some respect here.
Yeah, I don't know if it was Norm Breyfogle or one of them. It must like some of those older rogues, because there was another issue. Oh, was it the Clayface stuff? There was when they have him crazy in his own head, and you just see all his villains attacking him and stuff. I mean, you see Black Spider in there. You see, I think Killer Moth might be in that one too. Yeah,
I think you're right. Yeah, there's a whole bunch of them. Yeah,
because
I think you're probably right. Norm Breyfogle probably had a love for those.
Yeah, because those were some of my first issues. I was like, who's that? Who's that? Who's that?
Yeah. Me too. Yeah, I had to get some Who's Who issues to figure out who I was.
Yeah, kids, we didn't have the internet.
Looking at. That's right.
Who's that old man in the green? Oh, Ra's al Ghul.
Yeah, there were no YouTube videos either to figure out pronunciations of some of these characters' names.
I know.
We had to do the best we could with what we had. But I used to love those Who's Who issues because they had usually great illustrations in them.
Oh yeah, there was like a Secret Origin special out around that time. They had a bunch of like the fouls on some of the rogues. Yeah.
The only thing was they were compared to the Marvel handbook. They were very light.
Yeah.
They skipped a lot of details in the biographies and the powers and stuff, but it was still good.
Oh yeah, most of the nerds I know, like Charlie, my co-host Will on the Green Lantern podcast. Oh yeah, they all love those official handbook of the Marvel Universe. Yeah,
I do too. Yeah, those are some of my introductions to a lot of stuff.
Yeah, I think in the last few years, Will said they reprinted that official handbooks in some form. I guess because I think he got it. Yeah.
I think I remember reading that too. It was like, wasn't it maybe an omnibus of all?
Oh, it might have been. Yeah.
I thought it was maybe a hardcover edition, maybe. Yeah.
It might have been. Oh, I was bragging to Lilith and Charlie. I was on Amazon the other day. I bought the Savage She-Hulk omnibus.
Ooh, oh, nice.
Hardcover. Yeah, it was a cover price $100. I got it on Amazon for like $60 too.
Ooh.
Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah, that's what, it just came today. Yeah, because that's what Lil said. Sometimes I guess they have just like quick little sales. So if you see something, they got like hit and run, don't wait for it.
Oh, wow. Yeah, that's fantastic.
That's
a great deal. You said you just got that in the mail?
Yeah, it just showed up today, yeah.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. Cause
it's going to be so much fun to read.
I'm already like 3 issues in. It's great because, it's like what was it, 25 issues of Savage She-Hulk, and then there's a Marvel 2-in-1 in there too, so yeah.
Yeah, there's a couple other things in there too. Yeah.
No, because I got one of those omnibuses of the Eternals. It was alright, but yeah, She-Hulk's much better.
Oh, yeah, that's going to be a lot more entertaining. Yeah, especially the issue with Man-Elephant. We're going to be covering that actually on Gamma Charge.
Really?
Nice. I wanted to pick one from the Savage She-Hulk for us to do because we're going to be doing one regular Hulk episode and one She-Hulk episode every month. And for one of the She-Hulk ones, I picked that issue with the Man-Elephant because it's just so good.
I mean, I haven't gotten there yet. I'm only like 3 issues in or so. But you do know, I believe there's a Man-Thing issue in there too.
Giant size Man-Thing.
Oh yeah, you're going to have a lot of fun with that. It's a great read.
Oh yeah. All right. So, anything else on these issues?
No, I think I love. Like I said, I love this 3-part story. Night People is one of my favorites from this era. I love that we have a Batman villain with powers, and he's deadly. You know, I kind of like that every so often when they have powers.
Oh yeah,
just a regular crime boss or a serial killer or something. Because it does present a challenge for Batman. It makes him have to bust out some more tricks. But yeah, I can see why they didn't use him a whole lot with that ability. Yeah,
he has to. Yeah, Batman has to use his brain more. It's somebody he can't just like overpower.
Yeah, and tie him up with a cable and leave them for the police.
Yeah,
not an option with this guy. Yeah, and I like Kadaver too. I thought he was a cool, like, kind of funny, weird, quirky villain.
Yeah. I love at the end when Corrosive Man sitting in that quicklime pool and they're like, is he dead? I don't know. I guess we'll find out.
I don't know. He looks dead, but he looked dead before.
I know he looks skeletal at this point, but they're like, I don't know. I guess we'll find out.
Yeah, that's good.
Yes, he's Spark.
Yeah, I love this.
Yes, again, very good issues. But again, what of Grant and Breyfogle wasn't a good issue? All right.
This one also had a bonus thing in it too. I forgot about that.
Yeah.
589. There was a little. They used to do this every so often at this time period. They would like all of a sudden like put in an extra second feature in the middle of the comic book, which would usually be, I think, new writers, new artists, new colorists, inkers, etc., as a way to kind of showcase new talent. And I thought that was great. I thought that was a really cool idea.
Yeah, I liked it because, I have the floppy. It's in the middle of the floppy, but then I read this time on the app, and they included it in the on the copy and on DC Universe Infinite, but they put it at the end of the book, so didn't interrupt the middle of your story. Yeah,
which is cool because they still added it in, but it, like you said, it doesn't interrupt the story. Because if I'd been reading it back then, I would have been like, oh man. I would have flipped ahead and skipped that story so that I could continue what I was reading.
Yeah, and then maybe come back to it after you're done.
Come back to it afterwards. But yeah, I thought it was cool that they did that as a way to introduce new talent. And I think a couple of them, unless I'm mistaken, went on to be really, really popular and famous.
Probably. Yeah, I didn't read this. I didn't read it this time, but I've read it before. Isn't it like a Poison Ivy story or something?
It is, yeah. Back when she was kind of human Poison Ivy.
Well, they're kind of doing that again. Like, she has a series right now, and they've kind of, like, she's not green anymore.
Oh, she's not?
Yeah, no. It's kind of interesting because she's, like, I don't know, she's almost, like, planning to, like, kill every human on the planet, you know.
Oh.
Yeah.
So she's kind of gone back to her,
her
roots.
And yeah. And she like, started killed a few people with, like, these weird plant things. It's all, like, the first issue... most of them, but especially the first issue was like almost like horror.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I'll have to check that out then.
But no, it must be doing good because I think they were only going to do 6, and I think they've extended it to 12, maybe.
Mm-hmm.
So,
I always liked her. I liked her more in the classic form. I mean, I liked her green too. I thought there was a cool twist on the character, but I had always secretly held out a hope that she would eventually go back to her original form or whatever.
No, yeah. I don't know. It just seems like she's when she looks more human. She doesn't look menacing, but she is.
Right. Yeah. Exactly. Yeah. And when she was green, she always looked like she should have been like a Swamp Thing nemesis rather than a Batman one.
Exactly.
That's just me.
All right. Anything else?
No, I think that just about covers all night, people.
All right, so yes, next week, kids, we're going to, once again, more Grant and Breyfogle, Batman 455 through 457. This time we're going to do some Scarecrow.
That's right. This is the big one, too, story.
Oh, yeah, that's a big one. And then in 2 weeks, we're going to wrap things up here with Justin, and we're going to do Batman 475 and 476. We're going to be back to Scarface.
Yes, coming full circle.
That's right.
Scarface.
We started the month with Scarface. We're going to end it with Scarface.
That's right.
All right. So, yeah, send us your thoughts. Email us, CapesandLunatics@gmail.com, or call the voicemail, 614-382-2737. That's 614-38-CAPES. And remember, you can find We Are the Night, the Batman podcast. We are, not into the, We Are the Night, the Batman podcast on Facebook, on Twitter. Find the Batman Facebook fan group and all the various social medias for all the shows we do. Link to the YouTube channel, again, completely free. Everything we do gets a video there. All of Sub-tember will be up there. So smash that subscribe button so you don't miss a second of all the goodness.
Smash it.
And please, if you can, subscribe to the Patreon. Become one of the Patreon elites like Ray, Russell, and our friend Justin here.
Yeah, join me in the Patreon elite.
Exactly, because not only will you get early access to creator interviews, including the monthly Chichester chats.
I got the good mic out for you guys.
But
Chichester chats
for quality. Bing. Oh, wait till you hear this upcoming episode. Fabian Nisa Isa is going to be joining us too.
Oh, I love Fabian.
We're going to talk Dead Man's Hand.
Nice. Oh, that's great.
Punisher, Daredevil, and Nomad. Yeah.
Fantastic. Oh, this is going to be good.
And so not only do you get all that, but you also get superhero movie brackets because Lilith loves pain.
The suffering is so sweet.
From the other side, baby. All right. So, yes, please subscribe to the Patreon. And again, Capes and Lunatics, Sidekicks merch. Find it all.
Yourself some swag.
That's right. Find it all at Linktree, linktr.ee/CapesandLunatics. All right, Mr. Justin. Not only are you all over our podcast this month, but you also do many of your own. So where can people get a hold of you and find all these quality programs?
Well, currently I am a co-host on 3 other shows. Gamma Charge, the strongest podcast there is, where we talk about everything Hulk and She-Hulk related. Tomes of Evil, a comic book supervillain podcast, where we talk about the bad guys. And Predator and Prey, my newest show with Russell and Ray, the Patreon elite, joined forces to create a new show about the Predator.
Nice. Russell, Justin, and that other guy.
The Hard Master.
The Hard Master, yes.
Talking about meat so natural for Lilith.
Yes, Ray had room for one more show.
Go ahead, throw it in. It's a lot of meat. Gobble, gobble.
And my absolute favorite besides the Batman drops.
A couple of balls down the gob.
I love that one too.
Got him. 1 month for talking Scarlet Spider. You see that impact webbing. He's like, oh, okay, give Venom a couple balls down the gob. I'm like, I'm cutting that up. It's becoming a staple.
A couple of balls down the gob.
I have a feeling that when we do our Wondercast too, that you're going to get some more good drops from that one.
Oh, I know. Oh, that's going to be so good.
Yeah.
All right, kids. So, thank you for joining us.
Send in some feedback for us.
That's right. Again, if you don't make it, we can always read it the next episode.
That's right. There's always time.
Oh, wait till October for Halloween. Wilf and I are going to be doing some of that Batman, Red Rain stuff.
Ooh, oh, good.
Vampire stuff, yeah.
Yes. Oh, that's great.
I said maybe we get Ray to listen. Doug Mensch wrote this.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. And didn't Kelly Jones do the artwork?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mr. Big Ears himself, yeah.
That's right, yeah.
His Batman ears are like a mile long, yeah. I mean, it looks cool in the vampires. I was like,
yeah. It worked for that story.
All right, kids. Yes, come back next time. Remember, join us same bat time,
same bat channel.
That's right. We are the Knights,
the Batman podcast.
Vengeance is dead, but Lilith Hellfire will rise from Mexico. Good night.
Hi, I'm one of the High Priests of Khonshu Ray, and I have the sacred privilege of providing you, the loony listener, with a podcast honouring Marvel's very own Moon Knight. So join me and a host of others at Into the Night, a Moon Knight podcast. Follow us on Facebook, Twitter and Instagram, or support the show by becoming a Patreon member. Into the Night, a Moon Knight podcast. It's time to get your Khonshu on.